A student asked me a few weeks ago if I could start doing dictations again. Dictations is a very good exercise for you to improve your spelling in French and your comprehension. I'm going to do today a dictation, so take your pen and paper so you can write everything down. I recommend pen and paper because I think writing helps the brain. And I'm going to be basing this dictation on previous lessons I made, but you can try it without watching them in order to test your spelling. But if you want some comfort, you will find the links on the blog below the video. So before we start, as you can see, I changed the studio. It's not going to stay like that forever, but actually I moved offices and the studio is not ready at all because the rooms are still being refurbished. So I'm not going to show you what's around me, but it's a mess. I picked a chair, I picked a white wall, and I wanted to do something for you so you would not miss any lesson on a Tuesday. And we don't have a proper lighting yet. And I even had to print my notes, which is a funny exercise for me as well. Are you ready for the dictation? Bonjour, I'm Géraldine, your French teacher. Welcome to Comme Française. I'm here to help you speak everyday modern French with confidence. This is what you will be able to do after watching this lesson. If you're a beginner, you will be able to practice your comprehension of French pronunciation, the real one. If you're intermediate, you will work on testing your French spelling in writing. And if you're advanced, I highly recommend you work on your mistakes in order to learn more. First, let's go through the fundamentals of a French dictation. I'm going to read you a short text in French. I'm going to repeat each sentence twice slowly. You can pause or go back if you want to hear the sentence again. You're going to be able to write down what you hear in your favorite notepad. Again, I recommend a pen and paper. And it's better if you can try to find out the correct spelling of the sentence. Then keep your version, save it if you're in your computer, if you're using a computer, and then we're going to go and correct your mistakes together. First, what's important in a French dictation is the punctuation. So, un point is a little dot at the end of the sentence. Un point. I'm going to give you this indication during the dictation. We have then une virgule. Une virgule is this one, une virgule. And then we have un point d'interrogation. Un point d'interrogation is the question mark at the end of the question. Un point d'interrogation. This dictation draws on a previous lesson that I made in 2019 where I taught French expressions. You will find the link on Comme Française again. You have to remind me to put them on YouTube as well if I forget, but I'm going to do my best. Let's start. Okay, are you ready? I have the dictate here that I'm not going to show you. And I'm going to read each sentence twice, once in everyday spoken French and one more slowly so you can hear the difference. Okay? Do you have your pen and paper? Or maybe your computer, but again, pen and paper is better. Ready? Pour Noël, je vais aller dans la Manche avec Julie. Pour Noël, je vais aller dans la Manche avec Julie. I'm going to repeat that slowly and do la liaison as well to help you. Pour Noël, virgule, pour Noël, virgule, je vais aller dans la Manche avec Julie. Pour Noël, virgule, je vais aller dans la Manche avec Julie. Point. That was the first sentence, okay? Pour Noël, je vais aller dans la Manche avec Julie. Point. That's the end of the sentence. The second sentence. On va manger du camembert et visiter le Mont Saint-Michel. Okay? On va manger du camembert et visiter le Mont Saint-Michel. Point. I'm going to repeat that. On va manger du camembert et visiter le Mont Saint-Michel. Point. The third sentence. J'adore Julie, virgule, elle est très intéressante. J'adore Julie, virgule, elle est très intéressante. One last time. J'adore Julie, virgule, elle est très intéressante. Point. Next one. Elle est passionnée de cuisine française. Elle est passionnée de cuisine française. Elle est passionnée de cuisine française. Point. Next one. Je pourrais l'écouter parler des heures. Je pourrais l'écouter parler des heures. Point d'exclamation. Je pourrais l'écouter parler des heures. Point d'exclamation. I think I forgot to tell you about that one. That's the like that with a little dot at the end. Je pourrais l'écouter parler des heures. Good? We reach half of the dictation. Si tu veux, on se retrouve pour le goûter. Si tu veux, on se retrouve pour le goûter. Point d'interrogation. Si tu veux, virgule. I think I forgot to tell you about that one. Si tu veux, virgule. On se retrouve pour le goûter. Point d'interrogation, because that's the question. You're almost at the end. J'ai décidé d'organiser un dîner pour l'anniversaire de mon frère ce soir. J'ai décidé d'organiser un dîner pour l'anniversaire de mon frère, virgule, ce soir, point. Another time. J'ai décidé d'organiser un dîner pour l'anniversaire de mon frère, virgule, ce soir, point. Je suis vraiment une bonne poire, je vais encore aller faire les courses toute seule. And that's the end. Let's do this one again. Je suis vraiment une bonne poire, virgule. Je vais encore aller faire les courses toute seule, point. Ok, another one. Je suis vraiment une bonne poire, virgule. Je vais encore aller faire les courses toute seule. Point. Okay. So take some time to breathe. I recommend you pause the video and you review what you wrote. Try to fix your mistakes. Focus on the adjectives. Focus on the verbs. You don't have to worry too much about the spelling of words you don't know. Try to guess them. That is not an issue. You're going to have them fixed later. It's okay. But try to really think about conjugation and adjectives. So pause the video now, and then we're going to come back together. Are you ready for la correction? Okay. So, the first sentence was pour Noël, virgule, je vais aller dans la Manche avec Julie. If you do la liaison, you say je vais aller dans la Manche avec Julie. So you should have the sentence on the screen. So pour Noël, je vais aller dans la Manche avec Julie. Here, what you should focus on is aller has to be the infinitive because that's after aller. Again, je vais aller dans la Manche avec Julie. La Manche here is the département, so you need a big M, okay, a capital M. La Manche, it's in the English Channel. It is the English Channel and it's also un département in French, okay? Noël is a celebration, so it needs a capital N as well. Je vais aller is the future. Je vais aller dans la Manche avec Julie. That was pretty easy. On va manger du camembert et visiter le mont Saint-Michel. On va manger du camembert et visiter le mont Saint-Michel. What you can see here is on va manger and visiter relates to va. So it's on va manger and on va visiter. And this is le futur proche. If you don't know about this, you should check out one of my lessons on le futur proche. It's very easy. It's an easy way in everyday spoken French to do the future. And here the capital S to Saint and Michel because this is how we write le Mont Saint-Michel because it's a place. Le Mont Saint-Michel, tiny m for Mont and then big S and big M for Saint-Michel. Lots of people make the mistake about that, so you don't have to worry about that one. Here I would recommend you really think about le futur proche. And just as an anecdote, camembert doesn't take a big C because it's the thing that we eat. Le camembert. Ready? Okay. So the third sentence is j'adore Julie, virgule, elle est très intéressante. Elle est passionnée de cuisine française. Je pourrais l'écouter parler des heures. So what matters here is that you make the adjectives agree with who we're talking about. So here the subject is Julie. Elle est très intéressante. Okay? J'adore Julie. So this is I love Julie. Elle est très intéressante. Elle est passionnée de cuisine française. So you need an E at the end of intéressant. So it's intéressante because we're talking about a woman. Elle est très intéressante. Elle est passionnée. So here you need a E at the end of passionnée de cuisine française. Je pourrais l'écouter parler des heures. Here, if you're intermediate or advanced, you have to put an S at the end of pourrait because that's the conditional. Je pourrais. I could listen to her for hours and not I will. Because if it's I will listen to her, you don't put an S at the end. It's je pourrais without an S. That's very important. And if you're a beginner, don't forget the S at the end of des heures. That's several hours. I could listen to her for hours. Now, let's move on to the next ones. Si tu veux, on peut se retrouver pour le goûter. J'ai décidé d'organiser un dîner pour l'anniversaire de mon frère ce soir. So, si tu veux, if you want, you need, it's very simple, just a normal present. Si tu veux, on peut se retrouver pour le goûter. Le goûter is the 4 p.m. snack. Here, don't forget to add the little, we call it a hat in French, on the U of le goûter. It's a tiny mistake, but if you're going to use it a lot, it's better to not make the mistake. J'ai décidé d'organiser un dîner. Donc, j'ai décidé is le passé simple of décider, a first group verb. J'ai décidé. Est is avoir. Au présent, j'ai décidé d'organiser un dîner pour l'anniversaire de mon frère. So again, in dîner, you have here l'accent circonflexe, as we call it in French, un accent circonflexe. De mon frère ce soir. And anniversaire has two N's, so if you want to practice, again, this is like goûter, it's a word you might use a lot. Anniversaire, deux N. And the last sentence, je suis vraiment une bonne poire, je vais encore aller faire les courses toute seule. Je suis encore une bonne poire, je vais encore aller faire les courses toute seule. Here, as you can notice from several times before, when I do la liaison, it's an indication that there is an S at the end of the word that is mentioned. So, je vais aller helps you to notice that the vais has an S at the end. Une bonne poire is an expression that I covered in a lesson that is mentioned at the beginning of this one. It means the one who gets caught in doing stuff they don't want to. Une bonne poire, I'm too nice, so I'm going to do it for you. Une bonne poire. But this is again something that I mentioned in the lesson that you should check out if you want. But in terms of spelling, nothing difficult. Une bonne poire. Again, because poire is feminine, you need to put deux N at the end of bonne. Bonne poire. Je vais encore aller faire les courses toute seule. Here, what you can notice at the end of toute seule, I am a woman, so if I am talking, it's me doing toute seule, so it needs to be feminine. But here, because it's in dictée, you can hear that I said toute seule, so it implies that it is actually a woman talking. Okay, toute seule implies that it is a woman talking, so you need an E at the end of seule as well. Okay, so I know this is not easy. Okay, so you don't have to panic if you made lots of mistakes. If you're a beginner, you didn't even understand what I was saying. This is on purpose. I wanted to see if students were interested in this kind of lesson. Don't worry, no matter how good or advanced you are in French, you might make something out of it. If you're a beginner, you can fix your mistakes and try again. You can either try again right away or later. It's really up to you. So, what should you do now? There are three things that you should do. First, check out where you made mistakes. Is it the verbs? Is it the adjectives? Is it just the spelling of the difficult words? Just see what was difficult for you. Trying to find out the answers in the practice lessons. You will find the links on Comme en Français for sure. I have to remember to put them on YouTube as well. So you can see and understand what was missing. And you can obviously have the answers on the screen that I put before. Again, try to come back to the dictation either today, tomorrow, next week in order to see if you improved, especially in your thinking about each sentence. If you make a spelling mistake in anniversaire, it's okay. But really the verbs and understanding why they are there is important. You can ask me any question in the comment. This is what this lesson is about today. It's really, I want to hear from you. Again, I'm going to try to answer the YouTube comments as well. There's so many that sometimes I get overwhelmed, I'm sorry. But on Comme en Français, I answer all the questions, so you can ask me any question there by clicking on the link below. Tell me if you made mistakes, if it was difficult, what you want me to change, if you want more of those. Especially if you want more of those and you're on YouTube, put a thumb up so I can see right away if you're interested in this kind of exercise. It's not an easy one, but I think it's fun for everybody to do, and because we're in no hurry, you can give it a try. Again, if you want to practice, you can check out the playlist with the lessons that I mentioned at the beginning. Let me know in the comments how many mistakes you made, and if you want more of those, it will be fun to share with other students your mistakes, because you will see that you're not alone. I wish you a lovely day, and I will see you in the comments right away. Bye. Salut.